People are doing the dumbest things again when it comes to Grand Theft Auto and Nintendo, as if there's some type of intertwining. And I said this before when Nintendo first revealed that the standalone price for Mario Kart World was going to be 80. I said, I don't like the price. I don't like that they're doing that. But I said that any other company that tries to copy or tries to do something else, that's going to be their own decision. Has nothing to do with Nintendo, because Nintendo has a goofy kart racer that you can get in a bundle for $50. But once again, people can't help themselves when it comes to what they say online. They can't help themselves, and they have to find a way to try to relate something when there's nothing to do with it. Now, Grand Theft Auto got its prices revealed recently, and it's going to be $80 for the base game. But while it might be $80 for the base game, the actual full experience of Grand Theft Auto isn't just going to be $80. Because if you actually want the full experience for Grand Theft Auto 6, the Ultimate Edition, that is going to cost you $100 or $99.99 plus tax or wherever you live. Or maybe it's no tax, I don't know, all digital. But anyway, that's going to cost you that. And it's going to include exclusive vehicles, weapons, and outfits, exclusive car modification shops, exclusive facial hair, tattoo, nail and makeup customization, special locations, and additional activities spread throughout Jason and Lucia's story. It is a full-on like DLC campaign, kind of like built in, but held back and removed from the base package to sell as DLC. But before we continue, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch 2 at 140,000 subscribers, or on September 1st, whichever comes first. Subscribe, like, comment. The winner will be chosen at random, and it's a worldwide giveaway. Thanks, peeps. So really, the full real experience, I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to just say, okay, if you're a big GTA fan, just go in and spend that $100. And on top of all of that, GTA 6 also does not have a real physical version. It is going to be a digital only download for the most part. There's not even a game key card or a game key disc, as we like to call them on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. It's simply going to be a box with a code in it based off of the information that we have now. Now, maybe there was a mix-up or maybe there was something that happened, but ultimately that's what the game is. So some people are trying to equate this business strategy to, oh, well, Nintendo did it first. And when I go on Twitter and I'm like, why would anybody say this? This is ridiculous. It's a completely different business strategy. It's a completely different thing. People are still trying to use that. So this is why I want to say this is stupid. Rockstar has been planning this for a very long time. They've been discussing this for a very long time. They have built up this game for a very long time. It has nothing to do with Mario Kart. If Rockstar was looking at Mario Kart to determine their business plan for Grand Theft Auto, they are morons. And the people that work at Rockstar and the people that work at Take-Two are not morons. Strauss Zelnick is not a moron. He knows that he has a game that is worth up to $100, so therefore that's why they are doing this. He knows that he has a game that he can sell for $80. Even at that, with the huge development costs, it can be heavily subsidized by the massive microtransaction riddled GTA Online that a lot of people are going to sink tons of time and millions, if not billions of dollars into. So ultimately they could charge even less for GTA 6 if they really wanted to, because it's going to be subsidized by the massive amounts of shark cards and microtransactions that people are going to do online with all the different expansions and stuff that they do there. So when they charged 80 for it, that's because they know they can get it. On top of that, that's because they know that they can charge even more and add more stuff in, and people will just spend the extra $20 and buy that stuff as well. So it had nothing to do with Mario Kart, and there's no evidence that Mario Kart played a factor into anything. There's too many different factors when it comes to comparing it, because people will just take that one thing and compare it. And I'm not even talking about whether you think it's worth it or not. I don't think Mario Kart should be $80. That's why I got it for $50 in the bundle, and that's why there's used copies of the game and all of that. But unfortunately for Grand Theft Auto, even if you don't think, or if you think it's worth the 80 or whatever the case is, right? Like, you can't resell the game. It's going to be a code in a box. Even like with the game key card, even though Mario Kart's not one, game key card, you can at least resell that. You can't even do that with a code in a box physical version. So for me, at least, I think it's just weird that people are trying to compare the two because they have nothing to do with each other. This game was going to be 80/100 for the real version, no matter what. It was going to have an online component that's going to have tons of shark cards or microtransactions, no matter what, because that is their business plan, because that's what's going to make them a lot of money, and they've spent a lot of time on that. Now, I'm not saying that it's not worth that. Sure, it's worth it for you. Heck, Mario Kart can be worth it for you if you think it's worth it. If you spent, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 hours into the game and you really like it, then it can be worth it. It's subjective. Now for me, different. Grand Theft Auto, we'll see. I want to see how the game is and everything. I'm pretty sure I'll pick it up at some point or something like that. But I think for a lot of people out there, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be worth 80, 100, or maybe even more. Especially like with the shark card stuff, it's going to be worth a lot. I just think that it's weird, once again, that people have to try to equate and use a whataboutism when it comes to Mario Kart World as if that had something to do with this. Trust me, nothing to do with it. They're not going to change their business plan based off of a bundled, goofy kart racer that came out in 2025 when they were still finalizing, getting everything ready when it comes to Grand Theft Auto for a launch in 2026, delaying it multiple times. There's no way that it had anything to do with it, especially because Mario Kart doesn't have a $100 version. There is no $100 version of Mario Kart. There is no DLC. There is no separate online mode with microtransactions. It's a completely different thing. So when I go on Twitter and I see people, prominent people that I follow, sit there and act like Nintendo did something, I just find it weird. And it wouldn't matter to me if it was Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. It's like when people blame the Xbox Series S for certain things, and I'm like, it's not the Xbox Series S's fault because of X, Y, and Z or whatever, right? It's the same type of thing, but people like to just blame whatever they feel like blaming instead of actually looking at the facts and what's truthful or not. And the funniest thing is that I look at some of the stuff here when it comes to Mario Kart World, and people will go on spiels and talk about how, oh, well, one game, it's going to be totally worth it, and compared to the other game and all of that, all while ignoring, once again, $50 in the bundle, which a lot of people, like 95% of people, like the large majority of people, are just getting it in the bundle. And number two, once again, you can buy the game used or something. So once again, it doesn't really factor into anything. There is no real perspective, or there is no logic in bringing up Mario Kart World as if that's some type of, gotcha, this is the reason why things are happening the way that they're happening. I can guarantee you Strauss Zelnick from Take-Two did not look at anything when it comes to that. They looked at what they wanted to do. They looked at their own budget. They looked at everything that they had and said, people will pay what we want them to pay. And that's why, once again, they locked away a lot of the game. I mean, this stuff is not just simple cosmetic things or anything like that. We're talking, once again, exclusive vehicles, cars in the game, weapons, outfits, car modification shops. So the actual shops where you can modify your car, that is going to be exclusive to the $100 version of the game. Facial hair, tattoos, nail and makeup customization, locations to go to, activities, actual gameplay content within both Jason and Lucia's story. So you kind of combine all of that. It has nothing to do with Mario Kart World and what they did there. Nothing to do with it. And I do find it a bit funny, though. I do find it a bit funny because there were a large amount of anti-game keycard people, anti-code in a box people. And I really think, you know, the boycotters out there, they aren't going to hold on this one. They are going to buy this game at some point. GTA 6 is going to be a massive launch. There's going to be so many people buying it. No matter how many people on Twitter are saying this or saying that or crying or complaining, I get it. It's a free online or whatever. You can say what you want to when it comes to a video game. At the end of the day, it's not that important. It's not like a huge deal or anything. But let's be real here, guys. Lots of people are going to be buying this. This game offers the value that a lot of people are looking for. If you're a ball and gun gamer, this is essentially your Halo from like the mid 2000s or something like that. This is your Halo 2, this is your Halo 3 or whatever. This is like your holy grail of what you want to play. For like a Nintendo fan, maybe like a 3D Mario, a Super Smash Brothers, a brand new Legend of Zelda game. This is the holy grail of ball and gun gamers, like whole existence of playing video games, or maybe even of their life. The whole path or plane of existence revolves around GTA. It's like one side is Madden, or one side is FIFA, one side is NBA 2K, maybe you get a Call of Duty every now and then, kind of mix it up a little bit, but this sits at the top of the hierarchy when it comes to ball and gun gamers. So I would not be upset. I'm not upset at anybody who feels that it's worth it, that feels that this game is worth 80, 100 or more. We've seen people spend crazy amounts of money in GTA Online because they put crazy amounts of time into GTA Online. So I'm not policing what people can spend their money on. I'm not policing what people want to say what's worth it or not. You want to say this game isn't worth it because of X, Y, and Z, that's fine. The only thing that I'm kind of calling out is the lying. I just see a lot of lying, seeing people trying to make up development budgets because, okay, this game shouldn't be this because the development budget, you don't know the development budget, or saying this game is barely an upgrade. When it comes to Mario Kart, it's barely an upgrade. It's not worth this because Mario Kart 8 looks the same. No, it doesn't. We don't have to sit here and use whataboutisms and fallacies in order to defend GTA's price. GTA is worth it because they spent a bazillion hours, they spent 10 years or however long, 8 years, 9 years, whatever, crafting this game. It's got genre defining tech, it's got industry leading physics and all sorts of stuff. There's going to be nothing else like GTA 6. It stands on its own. You don't need to use X, Y, or Z game as some type of excuse or crutch because you've got people online saying, oh, it's 80, I hate that. Guys, obviously there's going to be like a bazillion people buying this at launch. There is no need to do fallacies. There's no need to make excuses to try to justify GTA's price. I personally feel that there's no need to argue it or justify it. Bro, there's nothing else on the market like GTA. Now, is everyone going to think that it's worth that? No, you don't have to think that it's worth that. I personally would not like to see it as priced as high as that is. But once again, GTA is offering something that no other dev studio is offering. They're going to command that price. They are going to get that price. And that's just the way it is. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to buy it and you can speak out against it when it comes down to that. But there is no essentially right or wrong answer here. It's all subjective based off of what you personally like. There's some people that don't think GTA is worth a dime, so they're not going to spend a dime. And there's obviously many people that would probably spend way more than $100 on GTA because once again, this is their holy grail of everything that they love. This is their top, best, favorite franchise, and they're going bigger, badder, and better than ever. Especially if you have a PlayStation 5 Pro and you love GTA, yeah, you're gonna spend any price for this. So that's the only thing with me. I have no problem with people saying that it's worth it. I have no problem with people saying X, Y, or Z game isn't worth 80 or whatever. Let's just not do whataboutisms. Let's just not do fallacies to try to prove or defend GTA being that price. It literally stands on its own 2 feet. It does not need that type of defense that's not valid anyway. It doesn't need that because look at the game. Look at what it does. You can just say, well, GTA does X, Y, and Z, and it's this big, and it does all this. What game does as much as it does? You know, trying to use some other game that, once again, has a completely different set of circumstances and stuff to try to say it's worth it is just silly. It just makes the argument look weird. And once again, it's just the internet being the internet. But at the end of the day, when it comes to GTA and when it comes to getting the game or whatever, people are going to go out there and buy it. They're not thinking about any other game. They're not thinking about anything else. They're thinking about what they want to play when they want to play it. And that is GTA 6 when that drops on November 19th. And especially PlayStation 5 Pro players, we'll see what happens there. We don't have any confirmation of a 60 FPS mode, but it is PS5 Pro enhanced, and with that PS5 Pro enhancement, you're probably gonna get stabilization of that 30 FPS. Maybe you get some more density within the crowds or something like that, get better resolution, probably get some other stuff too as well, maybe better HDR, fidelity, all that good stuff, right? So to me at least, it's going to be worth it for so many people out there without even having to bring up anything. You don't have to bring up other stuff or lie or make false arguments on things. But once again, that's just the internet being the internet. You can enjoy GTA, have fun with it. There's a lot of cool games this year. People are going to be excited and looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the reception and just seeing what people think about the game. And maybe I'll check it out, of course, myself too. So what do you guys think when it comes to GTA 6 and what's happening here and some of the stuff that I talked about? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch 2 RPG content and more right here on screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.